So, hello guys, my name is ANIKET and I'm today your host, guys. We have a special guest called DEEPTI from Delhi. She's a writer and she has written a good book, like Madness of Emotion. Guys, go and buy. Link will be in my description. As soon as guys, if you buy, please tag me in Instagram. Even I'll tag my Instagram ID in description and DEEPTI ma'am Instagram ID in description. So, hello ma'am.
Hello.
How you are feeling like आपको कैसा लग रहा है पॉडकास्ट को?
I feel great, especially after I wrote the book. I felt great because it was an achievement for me because like during most of my life, I wanted to publish a book, but I had no idea which book with which type of book and which way should I go. And finally I decided that I should go for poetry, and I thought that okay, this is the place that I should go, this is the track that I should be at. So that's what I went for.
Like आपका passion कैसा develop हुआ? I want to know about your passion, how it's developed.
So when I was like 14 or 15, I decided to write because उससे पहले I was reading a lot. I was reading a lot of fiction, but I wasn't into writing fiction because writing fiction takes a lot of, I would say, a lot of hard work. And I would say I'm a little lazy, and I wasn't into writing fiction because I tried, but that much hard work wasn't, I guess, in my destiny. I guess. And I was into writing poetry a lot. So at the age of 15, I realized that okay, I am going to be a writer, and I decided that I should write poetry. So I used to write poetry when I was in school. Like if a class seems really boring, so I used to start writing poetry in my notebook. And obviously उस time vocabulary इतना अच्छा नहीं होता था, तो ऐसे basic सी decent सी poetry लिख लेती थी. But as soon as I started reading more and learning more, my vocabulary started increasing, and I started writing better poetry. And the book that I published, it took me like almost 3 years to write that. And I realized that okay, now I should publish this, because a lot of people who read those poems, they were like, you should publish this. So I finally decided that okay, I should go for it.
Okay, it seems good to struggle for 3 years and publish a book. आपका
Yeah.
3 years struggle कैसा था मैम? Whether it was difficult, whether it was easy, मतलब आपका बुक राइटिंग और एक पोएट लिखने के लिए ऑलमोस्ट वी नीड पेशेंस, राइट?
Yeah.
अब 3 years आप कितना पेशेंस थे? क्या करते थे आप पेशेंट रहने के लिए मेन?
So basically, I was still being a writer professionally. So I was writing content for a lot of digital marketing agencies. I was a freelance content writer, but that wasn't something that I wanted to do for myself. Like I wasn't writing content for myself. I was writing poetry for myself, but I wasn't expecting to publish it. I wasn't like I was writing it. I was just like keeping it aside. So मैंने सोचा तो नहीं था, but I did also know that what should I do about it. So I was being patient, yes, but I was also impatient that what should I do about this poetry? That like, okay, I've written this, but what next? What should I do? So my professors in college, they were really supportive. They read it and they were like, okay, you are very good at this. You should get it published. So like after my 3 years of writing, they were like, when they read it, they were like, you should go for it. You should get it published. And one of my professors knew a publisher. They were like, he will help you, and he did help me. He helped me getting it published, and he did quite a great job actually. So I'm still in touch with him. He's still helping me in the sales and everything. And he uh, helped me a lot in the designing, in the publishing. He guided me a lot because I was very new to it. Like I had no knowledge of publishing houses, of anything related to publishing. So like when the word publishing came out, I was like, I have no clue. I have no idea about publishing. So that's why he told me, my professor told me that, I know a publisher because he had published my professor's books as well. So that's why he told me that, I know a publisher, he will help you. So, and that guy really helped me out. So that's how it all happened.
Okay. I want to ask, like, on that 3 years note, 3 years pathway, I can say, like,
Yeah.
how was your parents' reaction?
Okay. So my parents knew, okay, if she's into writing, she will do writing because my parents were basically very supportive of writing. Obviously, they were not like, ki ghar baith ja and just keep on writing, like writing a novel or something. They obviously wanted me to work and earn a living. So obviously, that's why I was into content writing so that I can earn something out of it. But side by side, I was also writing for myself so that I can follow my passion. So that's why I was into content as well as poetry. So, but whether it was content and whether it was poetry, they were supportive of me. So when the publishing part came in, my dad was really supportive. He was like, okay, you should go for it. And my dad also helped me in the editing process because he has been into editing.
Okay.
So he helped me in the editing process, and he guided me a lot because my dad has published a few papers, and so my dad was very supportive of it, and he is really proud that I have published a book. So I'm also working on the second book, and he's supportive of that as well. So every day he asks me, "Aaj kitni poems likhi?" And I'm like, "Okay, मैंने इतनी लिखी." So he's like, "Very good. कल ज़्यादा लिखना." So that's how things go in my house.
Okay, it's really good. A father is helping a daughter to grow up, because in India
Yeah.
we see little bit, like, देख सकते हैं थोड़ा बहुत this this incident we see only little bit, because
Hmm.
in India nobody wants to write. They wants to just write and keep a record of that. So I want to ask you one more thing, like, how did you came when your first book was purchased? How did you feel when your first book was purchased?
Well, when my book first came out on Amazon, I was really nervous because I felt कि यार ये कोई नहीं खरीदेगा. But then one day I read a review, and the review was really good, and I was like, okay, someone did purchase. And then a lot of people came to me and they said, your book is really really good. It's really nice, and we relate to it. I was like, okay, people are purchasing my book. So I was really glad. And a lot of my friends were like, we have bought your book. And I was like, you have? You don't even read poetry and you have bought my book? And I do tell people that, if you actually read poetry, only then buy it. As a, just to make me happy or something, don't buy it. I do tell people that even if they are my friends, I say that, if you read poetry, only then buy it. Don't buy it just for my sake, because then it's just a waste of paper and, you know, it's just waste of your time and money.
Yes.
Just don't buy it just like that. So I tell people like that, just don't buy for my sake, or just for like that, because I don't want people to waste their money. And I just uh, I just feel, if you don't read poetry, don't buy my book, because I don't want people to uh, judge me for something they don't even know about. So that's why.
Okay. I have few more questions. Basically, my
Hmm.
friends asked me through call. I discussed with them, and they asked me like, how did you prefer, if you have a content, if you have something to write, what
Hmm.
comes to your mind basically? If you have a poem to write, what do you think while writing?
So this one thing happened. I recently went for a vacation, and I took a spa. And during that treatment, I I just got an idea for a poem, and I was thinking, why don't I have a paper and pen that I could just start writing? And I'm not kidding. I was like, I wish I had a paper and pen. I could start writing it. And of course I did not have that, but I really ached for it, that I wish I had it. So an idea can come to you at 3 p.m. in the night, and it can come to you when you're like stressed out. It can come to you when you're feeling euphoria. It can come to you at any time of the day or night. So whenever you're feeling, if you don't have a diary, if you don't have something you can write on, just take your phone, and you can go to the note app, and you can start writing whatever idea, or if you have got words to write, just start typing, and or start writing. And even if you don't have the full picture, the full poem, just start what you have thought about. You can later on, full fledgedly, you can write the whole thing. So it's not important that you've got the full thing. You can at least start it. So that's what I do, because I usually carry a diary with me. Of course, during the spa treatment, I didn't have that. But whenever I go out, I carry a diary with me, because I know I can get an idea. So that's what I do. And I think most writers do that, because I've seen a lot of people and know a lot of people who write. So they carry a diary, a small diary or big one. They do that because they get ideas, and then they're like, okay, I don't have a diary. So they carry a diary with them.
Okay. I
Yeah.
came to know about something which is very unusual to me. Actually, guys, Deepti is a makeup artist. I'll tag her Instagram ID, guys. Please go and check her. And she have a good followers, and she review all the product what she feels actually. That was my that was my this one that was my bit of introduction about Deepti, guys. She has done so much of hard work to write. And here are some questions about makeup artist. As a makeup artist, how do you feel?
So when I went for makeup artistry, I did a professional course from an institute I don't want to name right now.
Okay, okay.
And so when the course finally ended, Corona came in.
Oh,
And I had thought of working as a makeup artist, but because of Corona, I wasn't able to get clients. So I decided to go back to writing. And because of God's grace, I was able to get back to my contacts. I was able to get back to writing easily, and I was able to get back to freelancing. And I'm still writing for all those clients of mine, but because I had learned this art, I wanted to carry it on in some way. So I decided to make my makeup page, and I decided to become a content creator instead of being a makeup artist as a professional. So I started making my own content, and I started, and uh, the reels thing had come on Instagram. So I'm very bad at editing videos. So I decided to uh, use the reels option, and I started making my videos on reels. And at that time, the reels, uh, what do you say? The reels carried on only for like I think maximum was 30 seconds.
30 seconds.
Now
Yeah.
it is 60 seconds.
Yes.
So in 30 seconds, I had to do the whole thing. But now it's for 60 seconds, so I can make a longer video. But in those 30 seconds, I had to do the whole thing. So I did it somehow, but now it's for 60 seconds, so I can like do everything in 60 seconds. But that is something, because I had learned this, so I decided to take it forward, and I was able to gain a good amount of followers. I'm still gaining followers. I recently checked. I had my followers have increased today. So, but it's not about followers. Actually, it's more about taking forward my art form which I've learned, because this is something also which is very creative.
Yes.
It's just not writing. Any art form, whether it's dance, whether it's makeup artist, whether it's drawing, painting, it's all a way of expressing your art. So I decided that, I should not just leave it somewhere, I should take it forward. So I carried it.
Okay, I've got some 10 questions which I have posted in my Twitter. People
Okay.
are so eager to are so eager to take questions and replying your answers. So I want some I name him. He's a Prakash from Delhi. Do
Okay.
you Google yourself? He has questioned that.
No, I don't.
Okay. Prakash, if you listen to my podcast, please reply me back. And there is one more question from Prakurti from Kerala. What is the
Okay.
most difficult part of your artist process?
As a writer,
Yeah, you can say as a writer and even as a makeup artist.
okay, as a writer, the most difficult thing would be when you get a writer's block. So at that point of time, sometimes I am not able to write even for a week or so. So I just have to leave my diary uh, away from me, and I just have to like procrastinate for a long, long time. Like it has happened for months as well. During a writer's block, I have to stop writing for months, and I just have to stay away from writing. And as a
Okay.
makeup artist, I just don't post. I just leave it. I'm like, okay, fine.
Okay. There are three more questions last, and we'll wind up today. And
Okay.
here is Himanshu from Uttarakhand. What period of your life do you find you write about most often? Child, teenager, young, and adult. Wow.
Okay. So as a teenager, I was a rebellious one. So I think that I write about my teenage and young adult time a lot, because those were two times when I think I made a lot of mistakes. So, and also that I kind of suffered a lot. So those are two times about which I write a lot.
Okay, I have two more questions. Uh, Pratik from Tamil Nadu, do you read your book review? How do you deal with a bad or good one?
Okay, so I haven't received a bad review yet. The good ones are really nice. Uh, I feel good when I read a good review. So, and I feel that I can write more. So I haven't received a bad review yet. So if I get a bad review, I will obviously feel bad.
Yeah.
So if I get a bad review, I think I'll see how I deal with that.
Okay, there is a last question for you today. Do you want each book to stand on its own, or you try to build a body of work with connecting between each books? This was asked by uh, Pratyusha from Chandigarh.
Okay, so my books are not connected to each other. Like the second one which I'm working on, it's on a different topic. It's not related to the first one. So they are somehow standing on their own. They are not interconnected.
Okay. So, guys, there are so many questions I can't ask. If I ask again, it will be around so long. Abhi, will wind up, ma'am. Thank you for joining. And please do share your review in my Instagram after video comes out in Instagram. And guys, do follow Deepti. I'll just tag her Instagram link and everything in my YouTube description. And it was my pleasure to have you, ma'am. Thank you for joining my podcast.
Same here. I feel honored.
Thank you, ma'am. Because I'm new to the podcast, so still I have some 9 podcasts to record. So
Yeah.
I'll catch you with some other topic on the other season. So see you guys
Sure.
then. Take care. Bye bye. Have a good day, guys. Bye.